out there, and welcome to the TNAIW GoGo Power Rankings show. As always, I'm joined by my two wonderful co-hosts. First, to my right, he is 1/3 of the Rascals. He is Burt the Intelligent. He puts the Burt in Sure Burt. He allegedly has no relation to Steve Macklin, and he's the star of the show no matter where he goes. Give it up for the one. Give it up for the one and only Burt Mack.
Pardon the smoke. I'm just having a little tribute for the Rascals. They may have lost, but they're still number one in our hearts here on the show.
Smoke them if you got them. Yeah. All right. And to my left, he is the godfather of the Power Rankings, the DNA of L3NA. He puts the Lucha and Luchasaurus, the Lucha and Lucha Underground, the Brother and Lucha Brothers, and currently he's the most happiest man ever. Give it up for Lucha, 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 Lucha.
TNA, TNA, TNA,
TNA, TNA. All right. Impact Wrestling will be no more, and TNA is making their grand return next year with Hard to Kill. That was some news. I was not expecting that.
Yes, I had to pull out the belt because shout out to TNA. Shout out to TNA, man.
When I heard those,
we did it. We made it. The TNA, the people who wanted TNA back, damn it, you and everyone else who's chanted TNA, it's worked. We're here. We're back. We outside. All of it. TNA.
When I heard the TNA chants, I just told myself, Lucha must be so happy right now.
You probably heard me chanting too because I was standing up loudly.
Yeah, I was like
chanting TNA.
I was like, is that Lucha here chanting TNA?
It was.
All right, let's get into these power rankings. We had the Go Home Show 2 Bound for Glory and then Bound for Glory. Some people did double duty, some didn't. Some people won, some people didn't. I expect to see Trinity and the Motor City Machine Guns. I expect to see ABC, Jordan Grace. What about you, Burt?
Well, I would hope, even though he is not technically an Impact, I would hope people would still vote him high. I would think Will Ospreay should be on there for having, because he was in the match of the night.
Definitely.
He did win. Mike Bailey was in it. He did lose, but he did get a win on Impact. So he's 1 for 1 for the week. So I would still hope that he'd be on there as well.
True. What about you, Lucha?
That was part of it. The people who split the TV and the pay-per-view, like Speedball, like Mickey, because she had to win in the tag team match with Trinity. So, that was someone had to lose there. So the people who did 50-50, I'm interested in that. And also the participants in Call Your Shot. I'm interested if there's any entrants in Call Your Shot that made the top 10 that aren't Jordan Grace.
Yeah, me too. Very curious to see, especially because, I thought Jake something was going to win that, so I was surprised that he didn't run the gauntlet. I want to know if the major players made the power rankings because they got 7 or 8 eliminations. And with that being said, let's play these power rankings. Number 10, Bully Ray. Number 9, Tag Team Champions MK Ultra. Number 8, The Walking Weapon Josh Alexander. Number 7, PCO. Number 6, Speedball Mike Bailey. Number 5, Call Your Shot winner Jordan Grace. Number 4, New Tag Team Champions ABC. Number 3, Will Ospreay. Number 2, World Champion Trinity. Number 1, Motor City Machine Guns.
Interesting.
Wow. Okay.
Actually, yeah, this all sounds about right. But it's it's not like there's anything wrong. out of this top 10 necessarily. It's just it's interesting that we got losers. We have a loser, but not the other person who was like their knockout counterpart. You get what I'm alluding to?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, let's start with numbers 10, Bully Ray. Number 8, the walking weapon, Josh Alexander. And number 6, Speedball Mike Bailey. Bully Ray was not involved in Impact in the Go Home show, but he was involved in the Call Your Shot Gauntlet. Yeah, he's at number 10. He came close to winning. He came in at number 2. But yet, Josh Alexander, who was in the main event, is just 2 numbers ahead of him. And Speedball Mike Bailey, who had match of the night and got a victory, as Burt mentioned earlier, is at number 6. How is this possible, Lucha?
I mean, it's as simple as Bully had the call your shot thing, and no disrespect on the call your shot, but it's just I don't know. I really don't know. Him at number 10 is whatever to me. Josh being down to 8. The real controversy is Josh and Speedball. Yeah, Speedball, his loss weighed a lot more than some people's wins. But we ain't going to sit here and say that Josh Alexander had a slouch of a performance against Alex Shelley to get the title. So I would almost say you can swap them, but it's fine. It's fine.
What about you, Burt?
To me, I think the positioning's perfect. And then when it comes to Mike Bailey and Josh, I would keep it the same because I think the tiebreaker could be that while Josh and Mike both got a loss, Mike Bailey also got a win, as I said. He did have a win against Samurai Del Sol on Thursday, so he's 1-1 opposed to 0-1. So
that's true. You can't argue with that. All right, let's talk about number 9, the tag team champions MK Ultra. Their match got cut, and it was taped before Bound for Glory. So we don't know if they're still tag team champions, but the fact that they're on number 9, I feel like they got voted because they were supposed to defend their tag titles on the show. What are your thoughts, Burt?
Well, no, I think that they're number 9 because they're still tag team champions. They didn't have a match, but they're still tag team champions. So, and we have to give recognition, and we have to give credit to where credit is due. So, and they are the champions. So, number 9 is fine with me.
Lucha?
Yeah, they just got number 9 based off the strength of them being the tag champs. Now the real question is, will that remain come next week whenever the tag title match is released out and we finally get to see what happened between these two teams? So they pretty much just got here based off of the strength of they are the tag champs, and this is post Bound for Glory. So there was a lot of moving and shaking going on. So they just kind of snuck in and took that 9 spot. You want to talk about Bully Ray and him being at number 10. If we're going to give Bully Ray top 10 based off his performance on Call Your Shot, I would have put him at 10. I would have put him at 9 and put MK Ultra at 10 because for that simple fact.
Yeah, I see your point. What about you, Burt? Would you have switched Bully Ray and MK Ultra?
No, because just MK Ultra at the end of the day are champions and Bully Ray's not. All
right. Number 7, PCO. PCO winning the Monsters Balls match. He technically beat. Here. This is the interesting part, and I wish we should have brought it up earlier, but I'll bring it up here. PCO technically beat 3 people, yet Speedball is ahead of him.
This is actually the example of Speedball's loss weighs better than some people's wins. I understand PCO beat 3 people, but it's not like it was a 1-on-3 type situation. He had 25% chance to win just like everybody else. I'm not going into Steiner math. It's simple Lucha math. But like I said, that speedball loss weighed more because boy, was that a damn good fight.
Match of the night. What about you, Burt? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, Lucha said it best. I think that Bailey being ahead of PCO is just a bit just because the match was better. And again, Bailey did get a win earlier in the week. So I think those two matches may put him over PCO.
Fair point. All right, coming in at number 5, our history-making winner, Jordynne Grace, becoming the first ever knockout to win Call Your Shot Gauntlet. She pinned Bully Ray here. Burt, you can go first on this one.
Yeah, I think, and then she's challenged for Hard to Kill. She challenged Trinity, which, well, if Trinity is a champion still by then, which I think she will be, but anything can happen. But yeah, I don't know how many people, how many eliminations she had. I don't have that in front of me. But yeah, she made history. She deserves. But even though I'm saying she made history, she's still only at number 5. So that just shows you how strong. I mean, how hard it was going to be to crack. To get any higher this week, just for the people who are ahead of her.
Yeah. What about you, Lucha?
Well, first off, I feel like regardless of who would have won Call Your Shot, this is where they would have been. Maybe unless it was Jake something, and had he won, coming from one, he probably might have been a little higher. I think I said that he would have had an argument to be number 1 had he done such, which would have made things crazy. But yeah, number 5 is where I pictured the Call Your Shot winner landing at regardless. And the fact that it was Jordynne Grace, and then the fact that Bully Ray was the person she defeated, and based off of, what I'm saying, what we know now versus what happened Saturday, Jordynne getting the win over a 10th ranked Bully Ray. Gotta have a little extra.
So coming in at number 4, our new tag team champions, A, B, C. Oh, defeating the Rascals. And I have to say, the Rascals shot themselves in the foot with that one. I mean, Zachary Wentz accidentally spraying Trey Miguel with that spray paint.
Did you see that, Burt? Huh? Did you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Burt.
I saw it.
Oh, that
yeah,
you
see. Of course you saw it, because it was y'all's plan backfiring.
It's okay. They're on to bigger and better things. I think you're looking at the future excellent world champion in Wentz and Trey. So
what about your boy Myron Reed coming through? What he gonna do?
digital media champion. Give him all the gold.
But if Wesley comes back, what would he have?
Okay, let's not. We can't get ahead of ourselves at this point.
All I'm saying is I've been calling for an Impact Trios Championship for the longest. I think we're deep enough. Pause. We can pull that off.
This is interesting. Let's just say Will Spray.
I thought you were gonna say Will Smith.
Will Ospreay coming in at number 3, match of the night. I don't care what anybody says. That was match of the night.
I agree.
Incredible match. It took a lot for him to beat Mike Bailey. My favorite moment in that match was when he did the Styles Clash. That was freaking amazing.
Definitely. Great moment.
Yeah, those kicks that Will Ospreay was hitting Speedball with was crazy. Those wraparound kicks. That shit was crazy. The kicks period in the match. The sequence where I think Ospreay hit him with a super kick or a spin kick, or he was trying to hit him with it, and then Speedball kicked his kick and then countered with another kick. It was a lot of kicking. They were kicking it. I can say that much. They were
Literally, they were kicking it.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah. You know what's sad though is that we were robbed of Multiverse. This match was originally supposed to take place at Multiversity. Could you imagine? This would have been probably their second match. That's crazy to think about. But hey, match of the night, and give me part 2. Give me part 2. All right. Speaking of part 2, coming in at number 2, our reigning, defending Knockouts World Champion Trinity getting the victory over Mickie James in their first ever one-on-one match. Burt?
Yeah, and she's a world champion, well deserved, but it was going to be pretty hard for her to get to number 1 this week. Even though she did get a win on Impact on Thursday, and then she got a win on Sunday, so that is 2. But again, it was going to be difficult, but that's not going to take away from her win. It was big time, and congratulations to her. She's still a champ.
Yeah, Lucha?
Not even to necessarily say she had a uphill battle because, to get number 1 because you had the Machine Guns who both defended their belt. So she also did get a win on the Go Home show. So it's in that regard, it is 2 wins versus 2 wins in that regard. But what makes the difference is what I was saying last week. It was strength of opponent. Mickie had like little to no power ranking momentum headed into the match. So a win over Mickie wouldn't have done wonders versus, say, it was Trinity versus Jordan and they're 2-5 and Trinity beats Jordan or vice versa. That means a little bit more. Well, it would have meant more if Mickie would have beat Trinity, but it wouldn't have got Mickie at number 1 either. There was no number 1 for the winner of that match.
All right. I don't think it's any surprise or a shock to anybody. Coming in at number 1, Motor City. Both Chris Sabin defeating Kenta. Alex Shelley defeating Josh Alexander in the main event. There's no way you could argue with that. They aren't number 1. They're number 1. And they're number 1 because both of them successfully defended their titles.
Exactly.
The most powerful force in Power Rankings history strikes again.
Yeah. I will say, though, I was a little surprised Alex Shelley did not turn heel. I was expecting him to win, by cheating, but he surprisingly beat Josh Alexander clean. Lucha, what were your thoughts on that?
Shelley's just that damn good to where he doesn't even necessarily need to, stoop to that route. He did kind of work a little heelish during the match, but also that's just his moveset. That's just how he what I'm saying? Like, he can fight anybody on the roster, heel or face, and he'll do the same type shit. The Motor City Machine Guns just ride again. They continue to dominate Power Rankings because they are the most successful force in the company in TNA.
What are your thoughts, Burt?
Yeah, they opened and closed the show with retaining their titles, so I didn't think anybody else was going to be number 1 but them. So once again, they're back on top.
Yep, and they'll be on top until one or both of them lose the titles. Heaven forbid they become tag team champions. We're just gonna have to retire.
Yeah, well, it'll basically be the top 10 out of 11 because number 1 is already the Motor City Machine Guns. It's just a matter of who's 2 through 11.
Exactly. Alrighty. Anybody have any final comments on the power rankings, on any numbers specifically? Any final comments?
No.
Even though post pay-per-views tend to like have the most like massive shift in power rankings, And then also have the craziest results. Also, these seem to be pretty tame.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is almost about as chalk as you could line it up.
Yeah.
Alrighty then, you guys. Thank you guys all so much for watching and for the continuous support. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell so you get notified whenever this video drops or whenever TNAIW releases new content. Content such as Lucha. Describe the content.
Such as right before, so in case you guys didn't, have your trip to 420 during 420, you can go back and watch it whenever you want. We got LOL 3 and A, LOL 3 and A popping off. This is our high five for Bound for Glory that we are calling Bong for Glory. Make sure you guys, if you haven't checked that out, go back and watch it.
That's good.
All I gotta say is Johnny Mac is a fool. Also, if you want to go back and get some more full Bound for Glory recap, you can check out me and G on the main show, The Big Show.
The Big Show. Well, it's the big show. The big bad show tonight.
Make sure you guys come check out older episodes of the Power Rankings, just see how the landscape of the company has changed throughout the year. You guys go check out some of Talking Bloody Nonsense, all their throwback shows. Put in the comments that we love you, Craig. We love you, Nixon. Go show the homie support. Go look at those TBN chats with all the cats they have there. You never know who you might see on the UK tour coming up. Check out TNA 2K. Check out all of Jeff's side projects he's got going on. Check out Rangers of Wrestling. Check out Burt, because you can't have Sherbert without Burt. Check it out. Shout out to my homie Mike G. Also, we love you. Just have a good time, y'all. TNA is coming back 2024. We did it. We here. We won. TNA.
TNA. TNA. TNA. TNA. All right. Well, with that being said, you guys, we'll see you guys next week. Bye.